Hello, friends. Welcome to Trivia Over Tea, the quiz show podcast where we drink tea and play trivia. I'm your host, Matthew Cook, and I'm here virtually with our guest scorekeeper, Mason Cook. Mason, how are you this morning?
I'm pretty great this morning. I've had a very nice, relaxing week of school, and I'm ready to do some more trivia.
Haven't we all? Well, thank you, Mason, for jumping back in today. Let's meet this week's contestants. First, we have Chloe.
Hello, I'm Chloe. This is my first trivia experience, and I'm excited to have tea over trivia this morning.
Very good. Well, thank you for being here, Chloe. And we also have Connor.
Yes, I am the husband of the aforementioned Chloe. And I am very excited, and I'm drinking Earl Grey this morning.
I'm having peppermint.
Very good.
In the corresponding tea mug.
I do have some Earl Grey tea. And for all of the episodes that we've done, this is our 80th episode. This is the first husband-wife duo that we have had on the show. So very exciting.
Making history.
Yes.
History.
Well, as with all of our regular episodes, we'll have 4 rounds of questions today, each with a slightly different format. And so without further ado, Mason will explain the rules for round 1.
All right. Round 1 is our first general knowledge round. Correct answers are worth 10 points each. Each contestant will get 5 questions on a wide variety of subjects.
Great.
Okay.
Excuse me. All righty, Chloe, you are up first. Are you ready?
I am ready as I'll ever be.
Okay. Question 1. Which of the following is the only bone in the larynx? A, the hyoid, B, the epiglottis, or C, the thyroid?
A, the hyoid bone.
That is correct. The other 2 are cartilage. Question 2. Y equals mx plus b, meaning that the value of y is an equation is equal to the slope m times the x value plus the y-intercept b, is the definition of what way of writing an algebraic equation? A, slope-intercept form, B, point-slope form, or C, standard form?
I think it's A.
That is correct, slope-intercept form. Named as such because it clearly indicates the slope next to x, the independent variable, and the y-intercept b. Question 3. The Dagwood sandwich is named for Dagwood Burnstead, one of the main characters in what long-running comic strip? A, Beetle Bailey, B, Blondie, or C, Booster Rocket?
Oh, goodness. I'm going to go with B.
That is correct, Blondie. Dagwood is Blondie's husband in the strip. The actual sandwich features a wide variety of meats, vegetables, and cheeses with a skewered olive on top. Question 4. On a standard North American power outlet, which of the holes is longer? A, the one on the left, don't look at an outlet. B, the one on the right, or C, are they the same size?
I think the one on the right is the longer one. I don't know which A, B, or C. That's probably wrong.
It's actually the one on the left.
The one on the
longer.
left. Okay.
Yeah, and I tried to find like the exact measurements online, but I couldn't. But yes, the one on the left is longer than the one on the right.
I will always remember that now.
Yeah. And finally, question 5. Article 1, Section 3 of the U.S. Constitution establishes whom as the President of the Senate? A, the Majority Leader, B, the Majority Whip, or C, the Vice President?
C, the Vice President.
That is correct. The Vice President casts a vote when there is a tie. And with the Senate currently split 50-50, Vice President Kamala Harris has spent ample time on Capitol Hill breaking ties over the last 2 years. Alrighty, Connor, are you ready for your 5 questions?
I am. After that performance, I'm a little nervous, but yeah, let's give it a whirl. Let's go.
Alrighty, question 1. 8 members of what team were banned from baseball for life after being accused of throwing the 1919 World Series? A, the New York Yankees, B, the Pittsburgh Pirates, or C, the Chicago White Sox?
Oh gosh, 1919 World Series. Well, I know the Yankees were in a lot of those back then. So that's entirely possible. Pittsburgh used to be good. They're not really good anymore. So that's also possible, but I also don't know if they were a team yet. I also don't know if the White Sox were a team yet, but
They were all teams.
they were all teams. Okay. It comes like White Sox activities. So I'm gonna go with C.
That is correct. The Chicago White Sox. The
Nice.
infamous Black Sox scandal resulted in Eddie Chacott, Lefty Williams, Chuck Gandil, Fred McMullen, Swede Reesberg, Happy Felsch, Shoeless Joe Jackson, and Buck Weaver receiving lifetime bans in 1921 from Commissioner Kennesaw Mountain Landis.
I should note, though, about your Yankees comment is that the Yankees at that point would have not been that successful. Well, and only started to become successful in the mid to late 20s as a team.
Okay.
So
There you go.
There you
Thank
go.
you, Mason.
The more you know, that's what this is all about. Trivia.
Question 2. Article 3 of the U.S. Constitution specifies that how many justices sit on the U.S. Supreme Court? A, 7, B, 9, or C, it does not specify the number of justices.
Well, I know that there is 7, but I don't remember if it specifies. Because I'm pretty sure we've added more over time. I think we've added 2. I'll say, oh geez, that's kind of hard. I'll say 7. I'll say 7.
No, it actually does not specify.
Dang it.
the number of justices.
Dang it.
Because the size of the court is not stated in the Constitution, it simply requires an act of Congress to add or subtract the number of justices. And the Judiciary Act of 1869 has fixed the number of justices at 9.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's tricky. That's
there are
tricky.
9. There are 9 right now. Before 1869, there were.
Oh, I thought it was 7.
But there are fewer than that. But there are 9 right now.
I mean, very famously for Marbury versus Madison, there were only 6 justices on the court at that point in time.
There you go.
Man.
All right.
You guys
Get
know
my
your
U.S.
stuff.
history filled this morning.
This is our area of expertise. Although I did not know that there were only 6 for Marbury versus Madison. That's good to know. Thank you, Mason.
Cool.
Question 3. In March 2022, the last Thai location of what fast food chain known for its root beer shut its doors? A. A&W, B. Fuddruckers, or C. Culver's?
Well, A&W is. Wait, can you repeat the question? Sorry.
Yeah. In March 2022, the last Thai location of what fast food chain known for its root beer shut its doors? Excuse me.
And what are the options?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. A.
Yeah.
A&W, B. Fuddruckers, or C. Culver's?
Okay. Well, A&W definitely still has places open.
But this is the last Thai location,
So-
as in like in Thailand.
Oh, in Thailand. Oh, geez. Well, okay. Then I'll go with A&W.
That's correct. Yes.
Okay.
yeah.
Guys, that's-
Mason wrote this question. So
Oh, I understand now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I was like, A&W is only root beer that I'm hearing, but I thought, okay, that makes
no,
sense.
yeah, that's it. Question 4. Mutual insurance companies are owned by whom? A. Shareholders, B. Policyholders, or C. Insurance agents?
Can you give me the first 2 options again?
Yeah. A. Shareholders, or B. Policyholders?
The policyholders.
That's correct. Proprietary insurance companies are owned by shareholders. And finally, question 5. What do you call a triangle that has 2 sides that are the same length? A. Scalene, B, isosceles, or C, Pythagorean?
That would be isosceles, because I saw some sleeves like you learned in school.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good way to remember it. But yes, that's correct. It is isosceles. All righty. That is the end of round 1. So Mason, can you please give us a score update?
With pleasure. And already off to a great start for both players. 40 points apiece, just right at the gate. We've come out swinging. This has been a great first round.
Neck
Very
and
good.
neck, neck and neck.
All righty. Now it is time for round 2. So Mason, can you please tell us the rules?
Okay, so round 2 is going to be a directed round. Each contestant will get 5 questions on the exact same subject, and this time they're worth 20 points apiece. However, if you get it wrong, your opponent can bounce back to 10.
Alrighty, so you both are going to get questions about famous celebrities who were born on September 28th, which is the date that this podcast is going to be released. Chloe, your celebrity is actress Naomi Watts, who was born September 28th, 1968. So, are you ready?
Totally.
Okay. Question 1. One of her more memorable films was what 2012 film about a family that survived the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami that also starred Ewan McGregor and Tom Holland?
Oh gosh. A tsunami. Oh my goodness. I don't even have a guess. Can I just say I don't know?
Sure. Yeah.
I have no idea.
Okay. Connor, do you know?
Oh no. 2012. I'll go with La Brea.
No.
Okay.
This is called The Impossible. And she received her second Academy Award nomination for Best Actress for the role. Tom Holland, as I mentioned, played her son Lucas in his film debut.
Okay.
Yeah, never heard of it.
Me
Never
either.
even heard of it. All right.
I saw it in class in high school for some reason, and I'm not sure why that film was shown, but yeah. Anyway.
Is it
Was it
worth
in like
I don't know. I wouldn't say, seek it out. It was perfectly entertaining for, when given the option.
Did you watch it in IB film studies?
No, it was not in that. I don't even remember. For some reason, like chemistry is jumping out at me, but I have no idea why we would have watched it in chemistry. But if given the option of doing schoolwork or watching The Impossible, I would choose The Impossible.
Always
Impossible.
watching The Impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was
Reasonable.
not, it was good enough to warrant not doing schoolwork.
Totally.
So anyway, question 2. In 2013, Watts starred in a biographical film about what British princess that depicted the last 2 years of her life?
I'm going to say Princess Diana.
That is correct. The film has an 8% approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh no.
So maybe schoolwork would be preferable to watching that one. Interestingly enough, Tom Holland's younger brother Harry plays Prince Harry in the film.
Oh, what? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Doing a lot of work together, those two.
Yeah.
Question 3. Watts had a supporting role in what 2014 Best Picture winner starring Michael Keaton as a faded Hollywood actor best known for playing a superhero?
But can you repeat the question?
Yeah. Watts had a supporting role in what 2014 Best Picture winner starring Michael Keaton as a faded Hollywood actor best known for playing a superhero?
Okay, I know he played Batman, right? That's probably wrong. I don't know. I know you're gonna get this one. You're just waiting. Gosh, Best Picture. A faded Hollywood star. Oh, I don't know. We're gonna sit here a while of me thinking, so I'm gonna say I don't know.
Okay. Connor.
Okay, so this is a great movie. First of all, one of the most entertaining movies that I've watched. That I've watched. I saw it on the. It got nominated for a lot of stuff on the Oscars when like that year, and then I was like, oh, it looks kind of weird because it had a weird name, and so I watched it way back then, and it was really good. The movie is Birdman.
That is correct.
Oh my God.
Keaton was nominated for Best Actor at the Oscars, among many other things, but the film did win Best Picture.
Oh yeah, real quick. Who got question 2 of this round? Did
Chloe
anyone
did.
get it?
Chloe did.
Cool, thank you. Just double checking because
Yeah.
for some reason I didn't record that on the score sheet. I don't know why.
Yeah. Well, keep up, please. Question 4.
I do keep. Okay.
I know it's been a while since you've been the scorekeeper, Mason, but we expect you to just jump right back in here. Don't want to have to retrain you. Anyway, question 4. Watts was in 10 episodes of what 2017 Showtime series starring Kyle MacLachlan that is named for the eponymous fictional town in Washington? And I had a really hard time describing this because I haven't seen the series, and I went on its Wikipedia page, and the plot is non-linear, takes place in multiple locations, and I was having a hard time synthesizing it into a single question. So that's all I will say.
Okay.
Stars Kyle MacLachlan, and from what I can tell, he's in every episode.
Okay.
But don't ask me to explain it any further, because I don't think I can.
Okay. Takes place in Washington, but it's fictional, so that's not helpful. Oh my gosh, Showtime, 2017. I'm just gonna guess Riverdale. I know that's wrong.
Yeah, no, not Riverdale. Connor, do you know?
Oh gosh, I'll just guess 9 Perfect Strangers.
No. This is called Twin Peaks.
Oh,
I've heard of
it.
that.
Never actually watched it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the 2017 season was actually the show's third. The first 2 were produced by ABC in 1990 and 1991.
Oh wow.
So,
I
yeah.
bet there's going to be some fans in the comments that are going to be like, about that one.
Probably. I had a hard time synthesizing. Like I said, I had a hard time synthesizing it into a logical question. It seemed like there was a lot going on in that series. So, and like I said, I didn't watch it. So
It was a good question.
And finally, question 5. Watts served as the narrator for a series about the Taronga Zoo, which is located in what Australian city?
I'm gonna say Sydney.
That's correct. The series is about the series is called Taronga: Who's Who in the Zoo, and follows zookeepers at the Taronga Zoo's locations in Sydney and Dubbo, New South Wales. Even though she was born in England, Watts went to high school in Sydney.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, that's fun.
All righty, Connor. Your celebrity is Hilary Duff, who was born September 28th, 1987. So, are you ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. Let's get her going.
Question 1. Duff rose to prominence as a teenager, playing what Disney Channel title character?
Chloe's gonna get this though. Disney Channel title character. I'm trying to think of all those 90s shows back in the day. We didn't have those. I was a PBS kid. So I had like Cyber Chase and Word Girl and stuff. I think it's Zoe 101. I'll go with Zoe 101.
Not Zoe. Chloe?
Who is Lizzie McGuire?
That's correct. She also starred in the Lizzie McGuire movie based on the series, of course.
Stands to reason.
Yeah.
Yes.
Question 2. Apparently, in the early 2000s, Duff was involved in a love triangle with her then boyfriend Aaron Carter and what other actress who starred in Mean Girls?
What other actress who starred in Mean Girls? Oh, it's the only one I can really remember. Lindsay Lohan.
That's correct.
Yeah,
Um,
let's go.
The details are a little unclear to me, and let's just say I didn't pay attention to this when it was happening. So,
Me neither.
question 3. Duff has made numerous guest appearances on various TV shows, including a 2013 appearance on what sitcom originally starring Charlie Sheen, in which she dated Walden?
Well, the only sitcom I can think of that is Charlie Sheen is 2.5 Men. So I'm gonna go with 2.5 Men.
That is correct. Her appearance was 2 years after Sheen was dismissed from the show.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. I honestly didn't know that he was ever out of the show because it's not a show my parents wanted me to watch for numerous reasons. But
That's fair.
there you go. I'm glad
It was
I-
also
knowledge.
over 10 years ago that he was kicked off the show. And
Oh.
when I read about that a couple of days ago, there was something in the back of my mind that went, "Oh yeah, I forgot that he was kicked off." But it's been a little while. So,
Yeah.
am I back?
Yeah. I'm remembering like Ashton Kutcher weird spot, I think. Yeah, you
Yes,
are.
and the character that Hilary Duff dated, I believe, was actually played by Ashton Kutcher.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, to be clear on the 2.5 Men thing, Sheen entered drug rehab in the when they were producing season 8 of the show, and so they paused production then, and then eventually they terminated his contract while production was paused and replaced it with Ashton Kutcher, who would play Sheen's character for the remaining 4 seasons of the show.
there you go.
All right. So you got straight up replaced.
Yeah. There you go. Question 4. In 2019, Duff played what actress who, along with 4 others, was murdered by members of the Manson family on August 9th, 1969?
In what movie?
Well, the title of this film, which I didn't write down for some reason, it's like the actress's name is in the title of the film. So, and I'm asking what actress, but yeah, so she portrayed an actress who was murdered by members of Charles Manson's family on August 9th, 1969.
Gosh, I know who the person, I just can't think of the name right now. Like I know that I remember this happened. I saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, so like I remember that. Oh gosh, just try to think for a second. Okay. Oh, it's like right on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Chloe, do you know?
In what year? Did you say a year?
1969.
1969.
Shoot, I'm gonna know when you say it. I'm gonna know it. I'll be so mad.
Oh gosh. 1969. I don't know either.
The actress was Sharon Tate.
Mhm.
Yeah, and in the film, Tate experiences premonitions about her impending murder. This film has an approval rating of 19% on Rotten Tomatoes. So there you go. And finally, question 5. Currently, Duff is the producer for and stars in what Hulu series that is a spin-off of How I Met Your Mother?
I believe it'd be How I Met Your Father.
That is correct. Covey Smulders, who played Robin in the original series, made a special guest appearance in the last episode of the first season as Robin.
I remember watching that show. That was a good show.
Yeah, that was a good show.
Yeah. Also, fun fact about that show, while that show was being produced, Bob Odenkirk, more famous now for his role as Saul Goodman in the Breaking Bad universe, he was originally pulled on to do 4 episodes of, I want to say, Breaking Bad season 2. However, he could only make 3 of them And so for the fourth one, in order to deliver the plot relevant information, they literally created the character of Mike Ehrmantraut just for that one episode.
Oh, that's funny.
And so
He did-
eventually Mike would, obviously become one of the central characters of that show. But it's incredible how I Met Your Mother effectively created like
Herman Trout.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Wow.
No, I like him. He's one of my favorite characters in Breaking Bad. I like him.
Very good. Well, thank you, Mason, for your nuggets of knowledge. We really appreciate it. And that is the end of round 2. So, Mason, can you please give us a score update?
Yeah. Also, who got Connor's question 4? Was it Chloe?
No, nobody did.
Nobody did. Okay, cool.
Nobody
I had that recorded right. Also, quick update. I accidentally screwed up the 2.5 men thing. So Charlie Harper, who's Charlie Sheen's character, he wasn't replaced. He was just killed off. They killed him off. Apparently, he was struck by a train in Paris while on vacation. Of course, he does make 2 more cameo appearances of the show. One in season 9, where he's shown in hell being tortured while he's a woman, and one in the series finale where he returns to the house, rings the doorbell, and then is killed by a piano that falls on him from a helicopter. So
Aggressive.
That's pretty. I can't say he doesn't deserve it, but
yeah. And the series finale, by the way, is called "Of Course He's Dead." So to remove any ambiguity on that front.
Very fitting.
But of course, to remove any ambiguity on the score, we have Connor actually managing to get a little bit of a lead here, getting 70 points in the round to Chloe's 50. And so right now, Connor is up 110-90 going into round 3.
It's looking good. Things are looking good.
I gotta step it up.
All righty, now it is time for round 3. So, Mason, can you please tell us the rules?
Oh, yes. Round 3 is our second general knowledge round. This time, correct answers will be worth 30 points apiece. And however, if you get it wrong, your opponent can bounce it back 15.
All righty, Chloe, are you ready?
Totally.
Okay. Question 1. What interstate highway is the main east-west artery across the state of Washington and runs all the way to the East Coast, terminating in Boston?
I-90.
That is correct. It runs 297 miles in Washington. Question 2. Guangzhou, Paseo del Prado, and the Lighthouse of Kudwaran are some of the most recent places listed by what organization as a World Heritage Site?
I'm gonna say National Geographic.
No. No, there's an international organization that designates World
Oh.
Heritage Sites. Connor, do you know?
I don't. I can't even think of a guess.
Okay. This is
Yeah, I don't
UNESCO.
know.
Yeah, this is UNESCO. Mason, what does UNESCO stand for? Do you know?
UNESCO stands for the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization. And so there are lots of sites in the world that they have designated as a World Heritage Site. Yeah, for its stuff like Independence Hall in Philadelphia, that's a World Heritage Site. I believe the Houses of Parliament is a World Heritage Site. A few others that I could think of off the top of my head are the original meeting place of the Icelandic Althing, the first parliament in the world. That's a World Heritage Site. Cool. Along with, I think the Imperial Palace in Tokyo is a World Heritage Site as well. And Uluru in Central Australia. And there's like literally thousands of these. So I could go on and we'd have a whole podcast of me.
Yeah, maybe on our
World
bonus
Heritage
episode
sites.
This week, you can name every single UNESCO heritage site.
Fantastic.
But,
I look
think,
forward to it.
I think for now we'll move on to question 3. Question 3. The PASS, P-A-S, is an international performing arts organization dedicated to what type of instrument? Did I say the organization correctly, Mason?
Yes.
Pass. PAS.
Okay. I'm gonna say piano.
Not piano. Connor.
Okay, it's not piano. I will say for voice.
I swear
No, it's percussion.
Oh,
PAS stands
percussion.
for Percussive Arts Society.
Folks,
Percussive.
fun little story. When I was getting dressed this morning, I almost wore my Percussive Arts Society t-shirt.
I still
Like-
don't think I would have gotten it if you were wearing that.
Like,
That's funny.
I almost wore it, and then like, no, that's a question. That's one of the questions.
That's so
I
funny.
wrote the question, so
And
know.
and within the last 12 hours too. So
that's true.
yeah,
That's
you
true.
know, you should remember. Anyway, question 4. British General Charles Cornwallis surrendered to American forces at what Virginia location in 1781, bringing to an end to significant hostilities in the Revolutionary War?
In Virginia. Gosh. Should I know this? Do you know it?
I think I do. Like 85% sure.
Whenever it's American, I'm like, I should know this. Okay, Virginia. What's in Virginia? Oh my gosh. I don't know. I don't know. I can't even come up with anything.
Okay, Connor.
I believe this is in Hamilton. So I'm going to say Yorktown.
It is Yorktown.
Ah.
The surrender prompted British and American officials to begin negotiations on what would become the Treaty of Paris, which was signed in 1783.
Oh my gosh.
2%.
And
Thanks.
finally, question 5. The orchestral pieces called the 4 Sea Interludes are originally from what Benjamin Britten opera?
I'm gonna say Peter Grimes.
That is correct. Britten wrote them to cover the scene transitions and published them separately.
Great.
All righty, Connor, are you ready for your 5 questions?
I am ready. I am
Don't
ready.
don't worry, there are no opera questions.
Thank
in yours.
goodness. Those are instant misses.
Question 1. What interstate highway connects I-90 in central Washington with I-84 in Oregon and passes through the Tri-Cities?
I believe that's I-82.
That is correct. It runs 143 miles between the 2 longer interstate highways. Am I frozen again?
So glad
Way
I
to
studied
go.
that map this morning. Very
Uh,
glad.
Question 2. It's quite possible that by the time this episode airs, New York Yankees outfielder Aaron Judge will have broken whose American League record for most home runs in a single season?
I'm pretty sure that is. There's like, then you will go with that one. I think it's Barry Bonds.
Not Barry Bonds. He has the like overall record, and he played
Oh.
in the National League.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Chloe, do you know?
I don't know baseball, but I'm gonna guess Babe Ruth.
You're close because this guy broke Babe Ruth's record. Babe Ruth's previous record was 60 home runs, which is what Aaron Judge is sitting at right now as of Saturday, the 24th of September. And in 1961, Roger Maris hit 61 home runs as a member of the New York Yankees.
Oh, that wasn't
Okay.
even my second person. I thought it was going to be like Bo Jackson or something.
Yeah, so Roger Maris.
Okay.
And
Okay.
Maris held the record for most home runs in a single season in MLB history until September 8th, 1998, when Mark McGwire hit his 62nd home run on his way to 70 for that season. And then Barry Bonds broke his record 3 years later with 73. But as
Yeah.
of this recording, Maris remains the American League single season leader. But as I said, Judge is sitting at
Okay.
60.
One
And
run.
so he just needs 2 to break the record between now and Wednesday, which he probably
Which,
no,
which he will do. He
very, very famously, Maris had a whole chase with Mickey Mantle, who was also gunning for the record at that time. I believe Mantle would also finish with I think he would finish the year with 60 home runs, if I'm not mistaken. Or he got really close to 60 at minimum.
Yeah, you should check that because I don't know that he actually made it to 60. But yeah, Roger Maris got 61, and that's the important one.
All right, I was in the ballpark though.
You were.
Yeah. Notably,
Intended.
one more note about Maris is that there were some that didn't like the fact that he broke the Babe's record, specifically because when Babe Ruth hit his 60 home runs, and he did it in 1927, which was an 154 game season for the MLB, whereas when Maris did it, it was 162. So that was 1961.
Yeah. Very good. Question 3. Since the late 20th century, Florida and Puerto Rico have been ravaged by what invasive snake species, which has especially overwhelmed many parts of the Everglades?
Invasive snake species. So I have to go out of my abundant knowledge of snakes and go into my,
You got it.
if it was just snakes, but since they're invasive, that
You
makes
got
it a
it.
little tougher.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna be a rattlesnake or anything like that. I think my thinking is, because I don't know snakes, it's gonna be a bigger snake because it's in Florida. Florida's crazy and it's warm. So big snake. I will, man, imagine if it was like a yellow boa constrictor and they were just these huge just things on people's doorsteps. But I don't think it's that. It's not like not gonna be
You
a
got
black
it.
mamba.
Throw one out there.
Oh, this is tough. I have no idea. I'll just say a rattlesnake. No, it's probably not accurate.
No, it's not a rattlesnake. Chloe, do you know?
I'm gonna say some type of like python.
Yeah.
I don't know any types. Can I
Okay.
just say python? Does that count?
I think we can give you half credit.
Really?
Of half credit.
Oh.
Yeah, so you get 7.5 points
Woo!
for that. This is the Burmese python specifically,
Oh, I've heard of that actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
and it is a big snake. So
Yeah.
you were on the
I was
right
on the
track.
You're
right
right
track.
on
I get
that.
half credit for big snake.
Yeah, Yeah,
Yeah.
the Burmese python was started to get regularly reported in the Everglades starting in about the 90s. And pretty soon, like nowadays, the state of Florida will actually pay you to almost year-round go and hunt pythons, and it still isn't enough. There's like at least 30,000 snakes in that state alone.
Dang.
And they've now spread further north in the state to the point where people have reported seeing them as far up as Jacksonville.
Oh,
Oh my
shoot.
gosh.
Yeah, and also because of how prominent they became in Florida, they spilled over into the Caribbean, and so people in Cuba have reported seeing them, the Bahamas, Puerto Rico, Haiti, the DR. So it's been pretty bad. In fact, in 2012, the U.S. actually banned importing Burmese pythons, and it still hasn't quelled the fact that it's, just how many snakes there are in the state of Florida and in Puerto Rico.
Oh my gosh.
There you go.
It's the number 12,000 that I won't move to Florida.
Yeah, truly.
You know,
You don't really need another reason, but there it is.
But snake.
Yeah. Question 4. What turncoat general infamously changed sides to the British during the American Revolution after offering to help the British take West Point?
Oh, I know this. Oh, crap. Oh, I know it. Oh, it's like literally what you call someone when you call them a traitor. It's like that guy.
Yep.
I should know this.
Oh, hold on. I can get this. Hold on. Um, it's Arnold something, I'm pretty sure. Um, oh, this is so frustrating. Oh my gosh.
Do you have like a timer?
Well, I'll just say that if you just give us the last name, then
That's what I can't think of. Crap. Oh, Benedict Arnold.
yes.
Yes.
Um,
Okay, there we go.
I knew it started with a B.
Yep. Arnold had been one of George Washington's most trusted generals. And then after the war, Arnold lived the rest of his life in England.
I'm glad I got that. I would have been really angry with
Yeah.
myself if I hadn't got that because I actually do it. Okay, cool.
And finally, question 5. In 1990, who became the first father-son duo to play on the same Major League Baseball team?
I hope this isn't a trick question, but because I'm going to say Ken Griffey Jr. and Ken Griffey Sr.
That is correct. On August 31st, 1990, in their first game together for the Seattle Mariners, the pair hit back-to-back singles in the first inning and both scored.
And we are Mariners fans because we're from Washington State. So I'm a sucker for ping. But yeah, we love Julio Rodriguez. We love
I don't
them
know anything about baseball.
Well, as we've discussed, Mason and I are Nationals fans, which is at this point more painful than being a Mariners fan.
We have the World Series, though.
Yes.
We have won a World Series.
We have won a World Series, and that's going to have to tide us over for a while.
Yeah, it's more than the Americaners can say.
We're still thinking about 2001 when we lost the American League Championship. So or lost the round before.
Yeah, you did. You lost the round. You didn't win a
We
single.
didn't make it to that.
Yeah, no, you lost every
Yeah.
single game in the playoffs after setting the wins record.
Yeah,
You got just swept it by the Yankees, and none of the games were remotely close.
Yes. Yeah, that was my birth year. I am reminded of that often.
Well, that's the end of round 3. So Mason, can you please give us a score update?
Absolutely. So Connor actually pulled ahead quite a bit in that round. So he got 105 points. Good job. And Chloe also doing pretty okay. He has 67.5 points in that round. Thanks to her Python answer.
Yes.
And so that brings us to Connor at 215 and Chloe at 157.5.
And a half.
I'll take it.
Alrighty, now it is time for round 4. So Mason, can you please tell us the rules?
Yeah, so round 4 is the showdown. There are 3 questions to both contestants, each worth 40 points apiece. So it's still very possible for Chloe to pull ahead here.
Right, come on.
And so contestants will lock in somehow their answers before, you'll get the same 3 questions. You'll lock in your answers, then we'll do the big reveal and stuff.
Alrighty. Chloe, Connor, are we ready?
I am so jazzed.
Ready.
I'm excited.
Okay. Question 1. Seattle's famous Space Needle was built for what 1962 event?
Yeah, I mean, I guess the way to hack this is if I just answered everything the same as you right now. But I won't do that because that's unfair.
We've had contestants do that before.
Yeah. I'm
But
ready.
Connor, you can go first.
Oh, I said the World's Fair.
Okay. Chloe,
I also said the World's Fair.
that is correct. The Seattle World's Fair or the Century 21 Exposition, both are correct. Other sites in the Seattle Center, including the monorail and Climate Pledge Arena, were also built for the World's Fair. I hoped that that would be a relatively easy one for the two of you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Question 2. What future king of England landed his forces at Pevensey on September 28th, 1066, 16 days before he would secure the crown following his victory at the Battle of Hastings?
This September 28th theme is running deep.
Could you repeat the question?
Yeah. What future king of England landed his forces at Pevensey on September 28th, 1066, 16 days before he would secure the crown following his victory at the Battle of Hastings? I would accept either his name and number or his nickname, shall we say. Either would work. So,
It was a good hint. Okay.
yeah. Chloe, do you have a guess?
King Henry VIII.
Okay. Interesting. Connor,
I said Alexander the Great.
Oh God.
no, it was not Alexander the Great. He was not a king of England.
My mind was so off.
I don't think mine was close either.
No, Chloe, you were only off by about 500 years.
Mine, I think Alexander the Great was a lot earlier, right?
Yeah, he was like 1,000 years prior.
Okay.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
to mention Alexander the Great is not even the correct country. That's a
Yeah.
Russian. That's a Russian emperor. Like,
Right, we get it. We get it. We
Yeah.
get it. I wasn't even close.
Well, at least we named kings, so that's good. So this is William the Conqueror or William the First.
Oh, actually, that crossed that
gosh.
conquer.
I thought about a
Conqueror
William,
crossed
but-
my mind. Conqueror crossed my
Yeah,
mind.
William the
Okay.
Conqueror. And in the battle, King Harold was killed after being shot in the eye with an arrow. And William the Conqueror ruled until his death in 1087. So there you go.
Yeah, I was thinking it was gonna be by conquest because they were seizing the throne. So that's why I kind of thought of conqueror. But then you said the nickname thing, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
Alexander the Great.
Well,
It's the only
William,
nickname I can think of. But
Yeah.
also, I don't know. I didn't know William the Conqueror anyway, so I wouldn't have got it.
there you go. Yeah, William the Conqueror, or William the First. So, and finally, question 3. Running from 1948 to 1971, who hosted the longest running variety show of all time? Do we have guesses?
I need to throw one down. Gosh. Just go. I don't
Okay.
have anything.
Okay. Connor, do you have an answer?
I said Jimmy Carter.
Interesting. Chloe, do you have a guess?
No.
I would advise not guessing Jimmy Carter.
Yeah. Like,
Uh,
I had
Okay.
a guess. I don't know.
well, at least you got a person, so that's good. But no, it's not Jimmy Carter. This is Ed Sullivan.
oh,
Um,
yes. I've heard my parents talked about this show. I like
Yeah.
that's right. Okay.
And the Ed Sullivan Show featured many of the biggest acts of the era, including Elvis Presley, the Beatles, and the Supremes. And if you're familiar with the musical Bye Bye Birdie,
Yes.
the show features into the plot, actually.
Gosh.
So there you go.
There it
So
is.
you should have got that.
I should have.
I
I
it's not
should
in my-
have.
Yeah.
And I knew what you were talking about. I just could not think of the guy.
That's how it goes sometimes.
You know.
Well, that's the end of the game. So Mason, can you please give us the final score?
All right, not a whole lot of change that last round. Both contestants got 40 points apiece. So it's there's no lead change. And that's the final score. We have Connor at 255 and Chloe at 197.5. And therefore, Connor is the winner of our game.
Well, Connor, you have won. Congratulations. Do you have anything that you would like to say?
I just want to, thank Jimmy Carter and Alexander the Great for being wonderful guests, even though they were wrong. I want to thank my lovely wife for going up against me in the game of trivia. I want to thank you guys. It was fun. I had a good time. It was good.
Yeah. Well, that's our show for this week, folks. Thank you, Chloe and Connor, for being on the show today, as well as Mason Cook for being our scorekeeper and for composing the music. Today's questions were written by Lucas Hauser, Mason Cook, and yours truly. And thank you for listening. Please like and subscribe to Trivia Over Tea on your preferred podcast platform and leave us a review if you enjoyed it. And check out our Facebook and Instagram pages at Trivia Over Tea, as well as our Twitter account, which is also at Trivia Over Tea. And feel free to message us on any of these platforms if you have any comments or suggestions regarding the show. And tune in 2 weeks' time when we'll have 2 new contestants and 33 more fantastic questions. So thank you, and we'll see you